Alright, what's going on, guys? So we are still here in South Korea, going to be fishing more of a like secluded back, really small little harbor. I took a quick lap around. There's a good amount of Indo-Pacific sergeants here, and then once in a while there's another fish. The problem is they don't really like to hang out in one area. They just kind of swim back and forth all over the place, so it's kind of hard to follow them. But we're going to post up here. We'll see if we can find some fish here. But I'm thinking we're probably going to have to walk around a little bit. But it'd be great if we could get into some fish besides just these Indo-Pacific sergeants that I could see, and definitely besides like the wrasses that we've been catching the last couple days here. So let's give it a shot and let's see what we can catch. Alrighty, so we got a little bit of shrimp, the lowest split shot, size 20 hook. We're going small because I don't think there's going to be really any sort of big fish in here. Let's just slowly drift this down to the bottom. Can't see any fish here in this spot yet, but maybe there's some on the bottom. Maybe some will swim over at some point and we can pick something up here, but there's not a whole lot going on in this harbor. Had my first bite there. I think these are wrasses though. Oh, we got one. Yeah, that's going to be a wrasse. Alright, so if you watched my last video, you know this species way too well. I believe this is going to be a Bleeker's wrasse. We got, I think, 18 of these yesterday. So these are super common here. There's other species down there. Just not super interested in my bait, either the shrimp or the gulp sandworm that I got this guy on. But let's get it back. Let's keep messing around here. Let's hope we can catch something else besides these guys. Oh, I hate handling these guys. Got him. That's another wrasse. Alrighty, so I'm not sure how many of you remember my Canary Islands series from a couple years ago, but there we got so many ornate wrasses, and I think these Bleeker's wrasses are more common here than the ornate wrasses were over in the Canaries. There's just so many of them. Oh, what is that? What is this? This is not a wrasse. Sweet, this is going to be a new species. Awesome, let's go. Let's get the photo tank for this guy. It's a little goby. Alright, so didn't really think we were going to get something like this, but I will take it. I will take anything except for a wrasse at this point. Some sort of a little goby. I started dropping the holes among the rocks over here, hoping to get like a cardinal fish or something that's like nocturnal and hiding in the rocks, something that's not out in the open like the wrasses. And we got this little goby. So we'll get a pic of this guy, we'll get him back, but this is probably going to be the best catch of the day, because I think we're probably just going to get a whole bunch of wrasses after this point as well. Sure hope not, but this is a great little catch. Oh, we got one. But that's another wrasse. Alright, so I've been following the school of Indo-Pacific sergeants around the harbor for the last couple minutes, because mixed in with them are some other yellow and black fish that are not Indo-Pacific sergeants or sergeants at all. I think they're a juvenile version of some sort of a knife fish, I think is what they're called. So I've been looking for those, and they were down there. Unfortunately, we just got one of these wrasses. Oh, got one. Oh, something chased it on the way up as well. This is another wrasse though. Alright, so as expected, another wrasse. I am curious what chased this thing up though. I might have to throw some lures here later on. But yeah, another wrasse. There's some sergeants down there, but they're very sporadic. There's not a lot of them. There's some of those like juvenile, what I think are juvenile knife fish, which are even more sporadic. There's even less of them. There's a lot of these guys, and really that's about it. All right, let's take a look at this thing. All right, so I spent about the last 45 minutes messing around with the little Tanago hook here in the shallows. Got a couple bites with some cool fish, but obviously no hookups. And these half beaks have been cruising around the entire day. And the other hooks were a little bit too big for them, but they just cruised by while I had the Tanago on. And we got it. So this is probably going to be a new species, pending ID. Got a little bit of a red tip there. I think I got some good enough pictures to be able to identify this thing. For now though, let's get it on back and let's keep fishing. Oh, come on. Dude, bite again, please. Come on, dude. He's not gonna bite again, is he? Yes, got him. Oh, let's go. This took way more than 45 minutes now. This is what I was going after this entire time. Let's get this guy in the photo tank. All right, so this was a very interesting fish to try to catch because it would be very interested in some large pieces of bait. Like earlier it was going after like the 1/4 inch piece of sandworm, which, I mean, a 1/4 inch is not big, but this guy's only an inch. So it's big compared to him. I tied on the Tanago thing and that would give me a better chance. And he did not want any small pieces of bait. All he would go for are big pieces of bait. So even on the Tanago, if I put a big piece on, he'd go all over it. But if I put on a small piece that was like more appropriate for his size, he would not touch it. So he was a little frustrating. Not sure what it is. I saw a lot of yellow and black fish over here. Some like this, some a little bit bigger with vertical bars. I don't know if they lose the horizontal stripes and get vertical bars as they get older, or if these are two different species I was seeing. But either way, this is a really, really pretty and a really, really cool catch. Took me forever. But yeah, let's get a pic of this guy. Let's get him back. I'm not sure if this is like a juvenile knife fish or what, but still a really, really cool catch. So yeah, let's get this guy back and let's fish for a little bit more. Let's see if we can get something else cool out of here. All right, so last thing we're going to attempt here today, we're going to throw around a little lure, see if there's something a little bit more predatory around here, maybe some jacks or something like that. That's just a little Z-Man shad fry Z on a little I think it's a 1/32 ounce jig head. So we'll throw that thing around for a little while, see if we can get one fish on it, and hopefully that'll be something new. Alrighty guys, so I've been throwing this little lure around for 15-20 minutes, got nothing to show for it, and I think on that note we are going to wrap it on up. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this session, and also most likely for South Korea because I'm flying out tomorrow. This session took a long time. I've been fishing here for over 3 hours. My plan was to fish here for maybe an hour and a half or so, film one video, then head over to another spot nearby, fish there for another hour and a half, 2 hours or so, and get a second video out of that. But I spent way more time here than I was anticipating. The action was not very good, even from the wrasses. I don't know why, but these wrasses didn't want to bite too much. But of course, they were still the most plentiful species here. But what kept me here longer is I saw some species in the water that were still kind of somewhat interested in the bait. So we got that one goby, which was cool. I also saw maybe 2 or 3 other gobies toward the same spot over there, and they would show a little bit of interest in the bait, but none of them ever really fully committed like that first one we did. And then the wrasses would kind of like chase the gobies out of the way anyway. Number 2 was that really cool like black and gold, black and yellow fish, which was very aggressive. It just was only aggressive when it had a big piece of bait on. When I would size down the bait to something really small, like that it could actually fit in its mouth, it didn't really show any interest in that at all. So I'm not sure how it happened, but I had a pretty large piece of shrimp on that little Tanago hook, and we still somehow managed to hook it, so that was really cool. And we also got the little half beaks. So there were a lot of these half beaks swimming all over the place around here. I tried to catch them a little bit earlier with a size 20 hook, but the size 20 hook was a little bit too big for him. There weren't really any big ones. Like the one we caught was one of the bigger ones that I've seen today, I would say. And I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being a new species. I don't know how many half beaks there are in this area or how hard they are to identify. I hope I got enough good pictures to identify them. But anyway, so I think we got 3 new species for the day, which is pretty good considering that South Korea, the fishing here was a little difficult. The wrasses were plentiful almost anywhere that I went over the last couple of days, but outside of that it was a little tough. But still, pretty good time here. Like I said, I think 3 new species. It was a pretty okay kind of session. So hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time.